Matchmaking rework. Oh my gosh, here we go. A big old patch. We got a big old patch here. Let's read all about it. Shall we, my friends? Matchmaking rework. This update includes a new version of the matchmaking. The matchmaking pools are no longer split between normal and ranked. There's only one primary matchmaking mode, and there are no limited hours. Badges will update immediately whenever you gain or lose enough MR to change badges. You no longer have to wait a week or play a certain game account. There will sometimes be monthly global maintenance updates where we readjust the global curve based on the population, cheaters banned, recalculation adjustments, etc. This will be done as needed, not necessarily every hero. Hero MMR is now using the matchmaker. Each player will have a core MMR, and your MMR per hero will be offsets of your core MMR. When you queue, we will match you based on that hero's MMR. So if you are unfamiliar or play worse with a given hero, you'll be put in an easier match than your usual. Judgment on your skill and familiarity with the hero will be based on the 20 most recent games with that hero. In your profile, we have UI that shows you what the matchmaker thinks your relative ranking for each hero is. Give us feedback on this. We expect to iterate on this calculation. Oh, interesting. There's no ranked anymore. It's just the same. Leaderboards also included per region. Oh, sheesh, leaderboards now. There's a top 1,000 core MMR leaderboard as well as a top 1,000 hero MMR leaderboard for each hero, for each region separately. To qualify for being considered in leaderboards in general, you must have 50 games played in the last 30 days. To qualify for a specific hero's leaderboard, you must have played at least 20 games on that hero in the past 30 days. You can queue as any party size, however, there are a few details. If the range of skill in your party is too wide, the amount of MMR you gain will be reduced somewhat based on the degree. This is especially true if it's a player we don't know anything about, like a very high MMR player queuing with a new player. We will minimize updates to the known player until we are confident we can trust the skill of that party overall. Previous limit on high MMR party sizes increased from 2 to 3. This applies to Ascendant 1 and above. This is the old limit we had on disallowing too many high MMR players to be in the same party together for matchmaking quality reasons. Given the updated no hour limits, if we think a match is bad quality, like 5 AM games where there weren't a lot of players to pick from, we will weigh the match less heavily towards a rank update relative to what we would do with an average quality match. If you're playing with only slows, there is a convar MMR for solo only you can use. Oh, you can put that in the config. That's actually crazy. When queuing as a party, you will have an option to override the default balance-oriented lane assignment system and make the system prioritize putting your party members in the same lanes together. Added swap lanes feature. During the rooftop and zipline phase at the start of the game, you can now request to swap lanes with your teammates by clicking the button below their portrait on the scoreboard. If the other player accepts your request, you will immediately be swapped. You may decline an incoming request by right-clicking it. Oh, okay, that's cool. There's an option to notify you anytime your rank levels up. There's also an option to show the average badge of each team for the post-game. Oh, okay, cool. General changes. Add secondary keybinds for actions. You are now able to browse and favorite builds in the dashboard. Sandbox mode now shows the souls value of the current items you have in your inventory. Ability tooltips now list exactly which items the ability has been imbued with rather than ability is imbued. Yeah, it's always weird that it didn't show which item was actually imbuing it, but that's cool. Items in the shop now imbue abilities. That imbue abilities are tagged with a label with a similar styling to active items. Commend toasts now stay on your screen until they're dismissed. Commend toasts now have a button to return to the commend to the player that commended you. Oh, you can do a little commending for commend. We'll jerk each other off session. Adjusted the behavior of the incoming damage UI so that it can still be used in sandbox mode. There's now a change hero button in the build browser, which brings up the hero picker to choose a different hero in both sandbox and in the dashboard. Quick buy. Decision dialogues for dealing with item limits, imbuing, and activation slots are now shown at queue time rather than purchase time whenever possible. You can now queue items to sell. If you right-click on items that you own, it will add them to the front of your quick buy queue, and they will be queued to sell. The sale price of these items will be added to your current souls to calculate when you can afford to purchase the next item in your quick buy queue. Oh, that's cool. So if you're like out and about farming, you're playing your lane, you can right-click an item, like say you're going to sell your healing right later on in the game. You right-click it, it'll give you the selled souls in your soul count, so then you know exactly when you need to back for your item. That's cool. Adjusted power-up runes designed to look more visually breakable due to melee change explained later in the gameplay section. Uh-oh. Low priority games now require wins to count. Yo, boss! Oh my goodness, thank you so much for the 5 gifteds, man. I really appreciate that, dude. Like I said, bro, if you're feeling bad, I get it. I've been there. I know things will get better, but I really appreciate the 5 gifteds as well. That helps me out, dude. Thanks for making my day. Welcome, Hyperfast, Benji, Kirsten, Somsky, and Elder Shogun to the Fonzo family. W's in the chat for boss. Please, man. Thank you, dude. Okay, so low priority games now require wins to count. Getting a Rejuvenator buff now shows what stats have been improved on your hero, like power-ups and other buffs. That's cool. Fixed Abrams camera. Okay, cool, dude. You could not see what was going on in front of you because of how big he was. Added icon. Thank you, Elegant Liquid. Added note below cancel key and settings explaining that abilities will be canceled with a cancel key when possible. Okay, purchase log in the shop now shows enemies and ally purchases with different colors. Okay. Fix F1, F5 keys not working for moving camera to allies. Oh, that's for a spectator. That's what my level up for abilities are. Okay, updated active items to have uniform sliding cast delay behavior. Cursed, cast delay changed from 0.00 to 0.1 to match other similar actives. Slowing X no longer interrupts sliding to match other similar actives. Decay, cast delay changed from 0.25 to 0.1 to match other similar. Okay, doesn't interrupt sliding. Oh, you can do this while sliding now. That's cool. Okay, so all of those are basically the same. They're just all 1 second and it doesn't interrupt sliding. That's nice. Good quality of life there. Through wall ally silhouette health bars are now more accurate. Optimize lighting in the map for better rendering performance. Fix a bug where you would be prompted to sell an item if the component was in the same category as the component you were buying. Okay. Remove redundant replay keybinds. Now shares with spectating. Added chat wheel options as keybinds so you can bind keys to certain responses. Ooh, okay. A little VGS action. Fix not being able to ping enemy items. Added music and ambient sounds to hotel. Added new run animation for 7. Ooh, new run animation. Revised Mirage, Fire Scarabs, Projectile, and Cast sounds. Okay, revised Casting Bridge buff loop. Remastered Weapon Fire for 7. Ooh, remastered Weapon Fire for Paradox. Fix a bug where nearly all sound stops and never returns. Fix... Wait, did I have that before? I think I have. Fix respawn music queue failing to play with shop menu open. Fix music not playing while the player is outside. So just a bunch of bug fixes. Fix haze, smoke bomb loop not playing for teammates. Improve negative feedback sound effect timing. Fix some cases where some sounds could overpower everything else. Add a key and button name localization support for keybinds. Visual update to Mirage Tornado bullet evasion buff. Okay, cool. Yeah, it did look a little silly. He was just kind of like a big old pile of sand, basically. Sort of like Sandman from Spider-Man. Is that his name? Visual update to Medicinal Spectre to improve visibility. Medicinal Spectre? What the heck? Who's that? Is it Medicinal Spectre? What ability is that? Yeah, sorry, I can link you. Last key. Let me go full screen as well. I wasn't full screen this whole time. Okay. What ability is that? Does anybody know? Visual update to turret tracers, muzzle flash, and impacts. Nice. McGinnis 2? It might be McGinnis 2. I don't know. No, I think that's Heal Station or something. Sandblast revision to help user judge distance in AoE. Add a preview state to Flying Strike. What's Flying Strike? Is that Yamato 2? No? I don't know. Added effect to when the zipline ability first starts. Add an AoE landing indicator for where units will be thrown with Death Slam only shows for allies. Is that Lashel? Fix ground strike preview cone visual to be more accurate. Okay, updated Patron VO voiceover to give the Amber Hand more lines that are unique to him as opposed to having the identical script of the Sapphire Flame. For instance, while the Sapphire Flame might praise Haze by saying, "You are perfection, Haze," the Amber Hand would say, "Haze will dance and they will fall." Dang, that's cool. Related to the above, both Patrons will now call out the Greenwich Green Lane objectives specifically when they are destroyed. Updated Bebop voiceover. Okay, some voiceover stuff. I mean, I'm not too... There's a lot of voiceover stuff if you care about that. Looks like Kelvin, Paradox, Holiday, Viscous, Bebop all got some voiceover stuff. Fix some light map quality regressions. Fix textures being slightly too burly in FSR2. Don't know what that is. Fix some rendering features such as distant field shadows running despite... Okay. Fix right-clicking on an item in the shop in build ending mode, causing it to be added to your quick buy queue. Steam game recording no longer records kills/deaths if you're dead and spectating another player. Steam game recording timeline no longer records shrine objectives as the world. Okay, fix FPS max accidentally being changed to slider maximum value when out of slider range. Video settings slider for FPS max goes up to 400. Ooh. Fixing tooltips on keybind dropdowns not working correctly. New sounds added to Yamato's Flying Strike while aiming. Okay, it is her too. While aiming it. Oh. New sounds. I wonder what that's... Is it her 2 or her 3? Or, I mean, her 1. Probably her 2. New sound... Okay. New sounds added to Mowing Krill's Burrow and Sandblast abilities. Hit confirm sound added to Lash's Flog ability. Fixed a bug causing Mowing Krill's Burrow emerge sound to double up when not canceling the Burrow early. Fixed Mowing Krill's Burrow traveling underground sound not looping correctly. Okay. Steam input support. Fixed controller binds not working when the same keyboard binds were empty. Fix... Okay. Cool. Miscellaneous gameplay. Okay, here's where things might get spicy. Soul sharing ratios post lane reduced from 100 to 20% to 100 to 16%. Okay. Basically the same. What? Hero kill souls decreased from 175 to 2000 to 175 to 1600. Okay, so you get less from killing people again. A little bit less in the late game. Walker's Stomp now also deals 10% max HP as damage. Wow. Walker's Laser now deals 2% max HP DPS. My goodness. Walker's now provide nearby allied heroes 25% bullet and spirit resistance. What the heck? You're going to be... Dude, it's going to be so hard to siege. Walkers now have resistance based on how many nearby enemies there are. It increases for the amount of nearby enemies. Wait, doesn't this just promote split pushing? Because you only have one? This promotes split pushing like a ton. You don't want to group up in attack because it'll be super tanky. They are more tanky against a large attacking team. Yeah. Middle lane walkers HP increased from 5,800 to 8,000. Side walkers HP is 5,175. Yeah, that just promotes split pushing a ton then. You just want to go to a side lane and not be... That's weird. Patron Laser now also deals 3% max HP. DPS, flex slot change from all shrines to 1 shrine and 2 base guardians. Flex slot change from all shrines to 1 shrine and 2 base guardians. Oh. That promotes split pushing even more because you don't have to get all the shrines. You could just split push a side lane and grab the 2 base guardians in the shrine. What the heck? What's up, Garo? Yeah, sorry, I'm flashbanging you. Mid-boss trooper health for first spawn reduced from 95% to 70%. Okay. That's good. Dude, they were super... Minions were way too tanky after that first mid-boss. So annoying. Trooper spirit resist at 25 minutes reduced from 30% to 20%. Still scales up to 70% at 50 minutes. Respawn time curves change from happening at 17/30 minutes for 40 to 70 seconds. Respawn to 20/40 minutes. Just extended a little bit. Trying to make the game go longer with like making it harder to siege, making like pushing back some of these respawn times and all this. Seems like they do. Trooper soul change from 60/40% in the kill orb to 65/35%. Medic trooper now has 3 charges of heal rather than 2. Fall off minimum range reduced from 22 meters to 20 meters. 3 heals on that trooper, dude. It's going to heal you so much in the lane. You get poked out on one wave, you can just run to the trooper and get healed 3 times over like 10 seconds or something. What the heck? Air drag when getting off the zipline increased from 20% to 25%. Default in general is 20%. Okay. Improve various issues with heavy melee versus dash/parry when there is latency. Okay. So maybe I'm not going to get hit by a freaking heavy charge from 10 miles away. Killing the first Patron now causes any existing enemy hero response to be reduced by 20 seconds. However, it does not reduce remaining respawn time lower than 10 seconds. What? Dude, they want the game to go longer. Between the making it harder to siege and everything else, now if you kill the first patron, you instantly reduce the enemy respawn timers by 20 seconds. So if they're at like 30 seconds and you kill the patron, you're like, oh, we can maybe end. They're instantly going to go to 10 seconds so they can try and defend. I mean, it was a little too easy to end, especially like with how like little effort you had to put into it, you know what I mean? So maybe it could work, but this might be too much. It might be freaking never-ending games. Power-ups now require heavy melee to claim. Art visuals updated. Oh, wait, bridge buffs? Power-ups now start weaker and grow stronger from 10 minutes to 40 minutes. Gun power-up previously was 20% fire rate and 40% ammo for 160 seconds. Now starts at 10% fire rate and 30% ammo, and ends at 30% fire rate and 60% ammo. Wow. Survival power-up. Previous was 400 health and 1% max health regen for 160 seconds. Now starts at 250 health and 1% max health regen, and ends at 700 health and 1.5% max health regen. Holy cow, that's a lot of HP. That is insane. Casting power. Previously was 25 spirit power and 20% cooldown reduction for 160 seconds. Now starts at 20 power, 15%, and then 40 spirit power and 25% at max. At max, what is 40 minutes? Yeah. Movement power. Previous was 2 stamina, 3 sprint, 30% stamina regen, and 50% zipline boost for 160. Now starts at 1 stam, 2 sprint, 20%, 40, and then ends at 4 stamina, 4 sprint, 50 stamina regen, and 80% zipline. Oh my gosh, that's going to be crazy late game. You're going to be schmoovin'. That's crazy movement, yeah. So far, so good. Light roast. Earn time to reveal increased from 20 seconds to 25 seconds. Initial earn bounty reduced from 4,050 to 3,000. Changed from 1,750 plus 230 times the minutes in the game. Whatever. Adding an alternate earn mechanic as an experiment for 2 days. Adding an alternate earn mechanic as an experiment for 2 days. This will be enabled this weekend only, and Monday will be back to normal. Earn pickup location is the same, but drop-off location is now always at the top of mid-temple. The bonus souls the team gets is reduced by 60%. The delivering player reward is unchanged. The reveal time is now 40 seconds. Wait. It's going to go to mid-temple at the very top? What the heck? Just for this weekend? Are they just trying it out? That's interesting. Moved rooftop neutral camps on Amber Yellow and Sapphire Purple to rooftops closer to the Guardian. Oh, so it's just right there. It's just going to be right next to the lane now. So a little bit further up. Okay, that's interesting. Does seem kind of far away a lot of the time, so I respect it. I feel like they're moving these camps around every patch. You have to relearn the positions each time because it's kind of hard to tell when you're just looking at the map in the UI. Added a truck to climb up into the interior bridge area at the Port Authority and Jazz Club buildings. Can I see this? Oh, okay. That's too bad. Move stairs up from Central Canal to the radio station interior closer to the inner lanes. Remove stairs up to the radio station interior from the underground teleport station. Redesign radio station interior to be more open. Okay, guess we'll just have to see that in game. Move connection corridor between inner and outer lanes, amber yellow and sapphire purple, to be farther from the base entrances. Remove the cosmic veils from the entrances of the connection corridor. Okay. Change entrance to the armory warehouse from the inner lane to be more direct, not a hallway. Oh, so you can just kind of like walk in. It's not that long hallway where you can get stuck and get freaking Abrams pushed down it. Okay. Move the silent teleports to the crawl space under the hard camp. Wait. What? What does that mean? Maybe I should log in. Remove bookshelf model inside the upper floor of the police station garment building to see the corridor behind it. Removed a rope inside the police station garment building. Oh, so there's just no rope in there anymore. You have to jump. Added interior stair connection in factory/mansion to stay inside from lower to upper areas. Okay. Added a fence guard beside the stairs inside the garage/slash nightclub. Oh, interesting. A little fence guard so you can't jump up. Huh, okay. I guess it'll also block autos and stuff? Block stuff? Added zapper effect to the antenna models on rooftops. New building facade? New building facade art in amber, blue, and purple lanes. I don't know why I was struggling. Ooh, that looks good. They're making the buildings look better. I love the building update they did to the green lane. Greenwich. That one's sick. The hotel. Added shriek gate structure between the garage and the record shop. Okay. Heal, anti-heal, rebalance. Below is a group of changes bundled together that pairs reducing sustainabilities items as well as anti-heal mechanics by some percentage. Some things less than others depending on the specific circumstances of the ability. Abrams, Infernal Resilience reduced from 14% to 11% and Tier 3 from 7. Yes, dude. Nerf these freaking healing characters and items. Maybe not items, but definitely characters. Abrams, Siphon Life Heal versus heroes reduced from 100% to 75%. Siphon Life Heal versus non-heroes reduced from 50 to 40%. Okay, W nerfs for Abrams. Bebop, Hyper Beam, Tier 3 reduced from 100% to /33% for heroes and creeps to 80% /25%. Okay. Don't know if Bebop really needed that, but I guess if you're doing it to all healing, you probably should keep it consistent. Dynamo Rejuvenating Aura, regen reduced from 32 to 30. Spirit Power Scaling reduced from 0.5 to 0.45. Reduced from the Tier 3 reduced from 3.8% to 3.4%. Okay, nice. Great Talent Random Arrows Tier 3 reduced from 50% Lifesteal to 40%. Infernus Catalyst Tier 2 reduced from 15% Lifesteal to 12%. Catalyst Tier 3 reduced from 40% Heal Generation to 33%. And Concussive Combustion Tier 3 reduced from 100% to 85%. Okay. Ivy's Watcher's Covenant Bolt Lifesteal reduced from 15% to 12%. Stoneform Max Health Heal reduced from 10% to 8%. Stoneform Tier 3 Max Health Heal reduced from 20% to 16%. So it's just heals nerfs across the board. They're nerfing Kelvin Heal as well. They're nerfing Glash Heal. McGinnis Heal. Moe and Krill Heal. Pockets. Healing Reduction is nerfed. Warden's Hero Lifesteal is reduced. Graceful Auto Tier 3 Lifesteal reduced from 35 to 30. Okay. Viscus's Cube Regen is reduced. And Shiv's Bloodletting is reduced. And then all of the items in the game are also getting reduced in effectiveness. Whether it's the healing items like Soul Shredder bullets, Bullet Lifesteal and Active Reload reduced, Headhunter, but also the anti-heal items as well. So Heal Bane, Toxic Bullets, 15% off Toxic Bullets. Yeah, okay. Each getting nerfed by 3% for each. That's not too bad. Yeah, but it's per tick, right? So 0.5% per tick will end up being... How often does it tick? That'll end up being like a 20% nerf or something. Decay got massive nerf? Oh yeah, it did. 15%. It was 70 and went to 15. But you can also use it while sliding again, or now, which is cool. Okay, weapon items. Rapid rounds. Fire rate increased from 10% to 11%. Monster rounds bonus health reduced from 50 to 30. Berserker weapon damage per stack increased from 5% to 6%. Soul Shredder bullets. Spirit amp reduced from 10% to 8%. Headhunter headshot bonus damage reduced from 140 to 130. Heroic Aura cooldown reduced from 25 to 20. Alchemical Fire DPS burn lingers on targets for 1 second. Bro, this item is so underrated, and it's gonna be freaking OP. Fire rate slow reduced from 10% to 9% on Hunter's Aura. That's a melee nerf, melee build nerf. New tier 3 weapon item, Spellslinger headshots. Ooh, tier 3 weapon item. Requires Soul Shredder bullets. Landing a headshot on enemy heroes increases your total spirit power by 3% for 12 seconds. Cooldown 1.5 seconds. Max stacks 12. Grants plus 12% weapon damage, 8% spirit amp, 18% spirit lifesteal, component passive, and 150 health. Wow. Okay. Interesting. So you have to hit headshots, you're getting rewarded for that, and it'll give you spirit power. So who would, I mean, Great Talon will like this a lot. Maybe Infernus. This is also giving you spirit lifesteal. Maybe some Wraith. Okay. Glass Cannon now requires slowing bullets and grants the slow passive. Okay. Silencer reworked item passively builds up on enemies, silencing for 2 seconds and then reducing spirit damage output by 40% for 4 seconds. Enemies affected cannot be affected again for 12 seconds. Grants plus 12% weapon damage, plus 15% spirit resist, and 20% debuff reduction. Build up is a bit slower than toxic bullets. Okay, that's a W, dude. Silencer is so annoying as an item. This helps that out a lot. Makes it less frustrating to play against. Lucky Shot damage multiplier increased from 90% to 110%. Now grants 150 bullet shield. Okay. Lucky Shot might be kind of meta now. Holy. I think this will probably not be nearly as good though. Probably won't be buying this much anymore. But Lucky Shot seems pretty good. That's a big crit. 110%. My goodness. Vitality items. Melee lifesteal now grants plus 3% bullet resist. Reactive area bullet shield to health reduced from 400 to 350. Return fire now requires extra regen. Oh, okay. So you're going to be building it from extra regen. Debuff reducer. Debuff resist reduced from 30% to 28%. Debuff reducer weapon damage increased from 6% to 8%. Divine Barrier now has plus 8% ability range again instead of 6 spirit power. And it no longer grants 1 sprint. What? Okay. So you don't get movement speed from it anymore? Or do you still? Healing Nova no longer has plus 6% ability range. So you permanently get this or only when you're Divine Barrier? I think it's a permanent stat, right? So you get ability range from Divine Barrier? Okay, you probably just build that again. Like on most people. Because people are building Healing Nova just for the stats. Heal Bane duration increased from 6% or 6 seconds to 7 seconds. Okay. Debuff remover active buff duration on purge increased from 3 seconds to 4 seconds. Debuff remover purging a debuff now also heals you for 10% max HP. Oh my gosh. Freaking pocket hard counter. Rescue Beam heal reduced from 26% to 24%. Now grants 6% ability range on Rescue Beam. Cooldown increased from 26 to 36 seconds. Pulse speed reduced by 15% on Rescue Beam. Okay. Metal Skin active now reduces your movement speed by 1.5. Oof. That is pretty bad. Superior Stamina now grants, I mean, it's really just like a survivability item now. Superior Stamina now grants 75 health. Superior Stamina now increases wall jump count by 1 as well. Oh, that's interesting. Gonna become freaking Spider-Man, jumping off of walls. Majestic Leap now grants 6% spirit resist. Okay, Phantom Strike. Cast range now ignores the Z height, similar to Lash's Death Slam. Okay. Oh, okay. So you can just, if you're high enough in the air, you can just Phantom Strike all the way down. So if you're like at the top of the map and you look down, you can just instantly Phantom. Wait, that's interesting. Bro. Go Phantom Strike and just sit on the top of the mid tower and just instantly Phantom Strike all the way down and just like, I don't know, hit somebody. Start hitting them, being mean. Spirit items. I just spit. Ammo Scavenger. While at max stacks, you gain plus 2 sprint. Ooh. Infuser cooldown reduced from 37 to 32 seconds. Decay. Healing reduction reduced from 70% to 55%. Damage increased from 1% to 1.4%. Withering Rip cooldown reduced from 18 seconds to 15 seconds. Improved Spirit. Health increased from 100 to 125. Silence Cliff no longer a tracking projectile using a unit target. Releases an aim-based projectile that silences on impact. Cooldown reduced from 32 seconds to 24 seconds. So you can't just click it on them. You actually have to hit it now. It's a skill shot. W, that's a good change. That's actually a really good change. But it is going to be up more often. So if you're hitting it, it's going to be maybe a bit more annoying. But Ethereal Shift, Post Shift now also grants 20 Spirit Power. Wow. That's pretty good. Rapid Recharge, time between charges reduced from 65% to 60%. knockdown. Cast range now ignores the Z height, similar to Lash's Death Slam. So again, you can just throw it all the way up in the air if they're really high above you, or I guess really far below you. Mystic Slow now grants +1 sprint. Mystic Slow health increase from 140 to 160. Torment Pulse now grants 15% melee resistance. Oh my goodness. Gonna be melee battles in the pits, dude, in the trenches. If both melee abilities have Torment Pulse and they're both getting melee resistance. Okay, new tier 3 spirit item. Let's go. Spirit Snatch requires Spirit Strike. Causes your melee attacks to steal 12% spirit resist and 26 spirit power for 16 seconds. Cooldown 6 seconds. Buff. You receive stacks if you hit different heroes. Grants 15% melee damage, 8% spirit resist, 125 health, and 1 sprint. My goodness. The heck? Another melee item. But it's also going to be good for countering melee characters, I guess. Make them less squishy, I guess. New tier 3 spirit item, Arcane Surge, requires kinetic dash. After successful dash jump, the next ability you use will also have 20% range, 20% duration, and 20 spirit power. Grants 100 health, 1 stamina, and 15% slow resist. What? Arcane Surge, and it requires kinetic dash, and you're changing a weapon item into a spirit item as well. That's interesting. And losing stats? Wait, so you're going to lose your stats. You're going to lose your fire rate and other things from your kinetic dash? Oh, yeah, you freaking pocket. You freaking dash in, kinetic dash in with your Arcane Surge and increase range and duration. Pop your ult. Oh my gosh, that's criminal. Divinus Kevlar no longer grants 20% Spirit Lifesteal. Kevlar now grants 70% or 7% ability duration. Okay. Interesting. Echo Shard cast delay reduced from 0.3 to 0.25. Mystic Reverb damage increased from 40% to 45%. Refresher cooldown increased from 230 seconds to 260 seconds. I mean, that's a good nerf, but like if you're buying this item, you're still going to buy it, right? Because you're either winning the game off your refresher or not. Like Dynamo, right? Double Dynamo ult or like double Lash ult, stuff like that. But hey. Heroes. Okay, now for some hero changes. Yo, Dotus, thank you for the 40 months, dude. Welcome back to the Fonzo family. I really appreciate that. Let me get a sip of water. I'm talking a lot. Okay. Abrams. Base regen increased from 1 to 1.5. Siphon Life range now scales with Spirit Power. Siphon Life damage scaling with Spirit Power increased from 0.4 to 0.5. Seismic Impact drag down collision improved a bit. Okay, so maybe just some buffs because they kind of hard nerfed him with the healing changes. But nothing like crazy. I mean, the character, whatever, it's fine. Bebop. Exploding Uppercut Tier 2 bonus now applies to melee damage too. Bebop Hook can now be canceled by allies with exit key, i.e. spacebar, similar to existing Viscous Cube. That makes sense. Cool. Dynamo Kinetic Pulse now slides around geometry when it hits an obstruction. Really? Wait, interesting. Quantum Singularity, pulling allies no longer cancels their channel. Rejuvenating Aura. Oh, can you like 7 ult in a Singularity now? What does that mean? Rejuvenating Aura now allows you to reload during it. Currently only allows you to continue reloading if cast before. Oh, okay. Quantum Entanglement now has a visual indicator for allies that it will teleport. Quantum Entanglement now ally range increased from 9 meters to 10 meters. Quantum Entanglement cooldown increased from 15 to 16 seconds. Tier 3 cooldown reduction improves from -4 to -5. Rejuvenating Aura now allows you to use melee before Tier 3 upgrade. Wait, what? So Dynamo buffs? Isn't he like the best character in the game? Okay. Great Talent Bolt damage increased from 24 to 25. Health growth per boon increased from 27 to 29. Immobilizing Trap now tethers targets rather than rooting them. Oh, okay, man. Immobilizing Trap tether duration increased from 1.25 to 1.5. Immobilizing Trap no longer applies 50% slow for 1 second. Trap now starts immediately for 30% and lasts until 2 seconds after the tether ends. Change from Tier 2 change from +2 second slow to +1 second tether. Radius increased from 6 to 6.2. The CD improved from 19 seconds to 20 seconds. Guided owl camera now returns more quickly when the owl glides very far away. Wait, what? So that basically just gave her Vindicta one? Okay. Fix bullet. Haze. Fix bullet dance, sometimes freezing your client. W fix. Using items during smoke bomb no longer breaks invisibility. Smoke bomb cooldown reduced from. Oh, okay, that's cool. It's like the opposite of Loki. Use like a chalice or a health pod or any ability, you break your invis. But now you don't on Haze either. Smoke bomb cooldown reduced from 37 seconds to 30 seconds. Smoke bomb tier 1 changed from minus 14 seconds to plus 6 invisible sprint speed. Oh my gosh. Smoke bomb tier 2 changed from. Okay, they gave it bullet lifesteal on the tier 2. Smoke bomb tier 3 changed from 30% bullet lifesteal for 8 seconds to phases out for 0.5 seconds on cast and enables charges with 10-second charge time. Causes you to be out of world and fizzle incoming projectiles during this time. You are still able to move. You need to buy charges still. Huh? What does that mean? I am not sure what that means. Haze fixation damage versus objectives reduced by 30%. Bullet dance bonus damage changed from 5 bullet damage to 6 spirit damage with 0.1 spirit damage, spirit scaling. Oh. Okay, bullet dance tier 1 changed to plus 7 spirit damage. So you want to build spirit for ult now? Is that what that means? No. Yeah, I don't know what this means. Why do they say fizzle? Whatever, I guess we'll just have to see in game. Infernus Afterburn build-up decay time is now 15% slower. Infernus concussive combustion radius increased from 12 meters to 13 meters. Concussive combustion tier 2 radius reduced from 4 meters to 3 meters. Okay. Ivy Stoneform drag down collision improved a bit. Cool. Ivy bullet damage increased from 5 to 5.2. Ivy bullet damage growth reduced from 0.36 to 0.34. Ivy fix being launched incorrectly when using Stoneform on certain geometry. They fixed that McGinnis bug where you could Stoneform in McGinnis while and go flying across the map. Fix Stoneform having a brief period of vulnerability after cast. Airdrop flight controls improved a bit. Airdrop duration reduced from 17 seconds to 16 seconds. Airdrop cooldown increased from 85 seconds to 90. Airdrop speed can now be increased with movement speed or sprint items when out of combat. What the hell? Airdrop now amplifies sprint values by 1.5x. Wait a second. It's getting multiplied and it scales off of your movement speed? You could just go full movement speed and freaking fly across the map instantly, no? Kelvin, seismic impact. Death Slam and Ground Strike now smash through Ice Path. What? Hard counter. Wait, we just had, in that last game, I was like, oh, Abrams ult just got completely countered by Kelvin ult. And now he can smash through the ice. Wait, that's sick. Is there like an animation for it? We got to test that. But also Death Slam and Ground Strike also. So Lash just hard counters him. Hard counter Kelvin with Lash. Lady Geist, Essence Bomb, self-damage, spirit scaling, reduced from 2 to 1.8. Okay, Lash, Ground Strike, drag, down, collision, improved a bit. Cool. Okay, McGinnis. Some McGinnis changes. Oh, not the ult. Oh, okay, the path. I thought it was the ult, bro. Oh, dude, I thought it was the ult. I was like, what? Okay, that's my bad. Yeah, it makes sense. Ice path. Sorry. Sorry. This is hurting my eyes and hurting my brain. The freaking flashbang. McGinnis, bullet velocity increased from 533 to 590. Fixed wall triggering reactive barrier before tier 3 stun. Mini turret's health no longer scales with your hero's health. Mini turret's spirit resist reduced from 70% to 30%. Mini turret's base health increased from 75 to 150. Roughly same overall health as previous start of game. Mini turrets now gain plus 20 health per boon. Mini turrets now take at most 33% of their max HP per second from any damage source. Any excess damage is moved to the following second. In effect, this means that turret will always live at least 3 seconds. Fix mini turrets dying causing you to lose sprint. Mini turret cycle time reduced from 0.5 to 0.25. DPS unchanged. Mini turret's bullet velocity increased from 406 to 500. Whoa. Wait, that's interesting. So if you set up a fucking turret nest like I love to do, if you get your turret nest going in a lane, they can't just Lady Geist nade it or Paradox nade it and insta-kill it or like any other nade in the game. And then Hero's Aura is also, or Heroic Aura is also better now. They buffed it. Is it McGinnis time? bullet velocity increase as well, even though her freaking gun is already the best gun in the game. At least early game, it feels like. It is going to be less tanky, though. They remove the spirit resist, and it doesn't scale off your health at all anymore. And you can build like full health and get some tanky-ass turrets. Okay, interesting. We'll have to try that out. Mirage. Tornado speed reduced by 10%. Fixed tornado being usable while immobilized. Okay. Tornado and Fire Scarab's ability slots swapped. What? His tornado is his 2 now, and his Scarabs are his 1? What the? It's gonna be... I fucking misuse those abilities now. Traveler cooldown increased from 130 seconds to 145 seconds. Traveler tier 2 increased from -40 to 55. Traveler can now be cast by targeting the top bar portraits. Oh, cool! You can click your teammates now or the enemies instead of having to click on the map. Oh, true. You could probably be healing it as well, since it's not gonna get insta killed. You can heal up your turrets with your 2. Oh, maybe okay. Maybe you can keep them alive then. It's kind of crazy. Okay. Moan Krill headshot resistance now only applies to the big head. Moan Krill Burrow can now go under spectral wall. Okay, some counters to freaking McGinnis wall because it's OP. Needs more. There needs to be an item that you can activate that lets you go through walls. Or like player made walls. Combo now pulls the target closer to you over time. Ooh. What if you go like max range, improve reach on it, and just slap it and pull them close to you when they're really far away? What's up, Sinkara? Combo health gain increased from 30 to 70. Sandblast duration reduced from 3.5 to 3. Okay, dude. And they reduced the slow on it. Please, just nerf that ability. I love getting freaking disarmed. Paradox. Fix kinetic carbine not proccing headshot effects. Headshot booster, headhunter, crippling headshot. Paradox will swap time min-max increased by 0.2 to 0.3 to help with camera. Time wall now deals 50 damage for going through it. Fuck, dude, I hate Paradox. 7. Stormcloud now causes you to levitate up and down a little bit in a cycle rather than being fully stationary. How fast does it do that? It should tell you how fast it is. Stormcloud expand time reduced from 2 to 1.5. It's time to go our fucking 7 ult build from the other day with Magic Carpet. Oh my goodness, some Shiv changes. Is he getting buffed? He couldn't go bad for too long. They had to buff him. He can now bounce on it in his ult. Shiv, serrated knives cooldown reduced from 19 seconds to 16. Serrated knives can now capture souls. Ooh. Slice and dice base damage increased from 105 to 110. Slice and dice tier 2 reduced from 75 to 70. Slice and dice cooldown reduced from 16 to 15 seconds. Slice and dice tier 1 reduced from minus 4 seconds to 3 seconds. Killing blow threshold increased from 20% to 22%. Killing blow tier 2 reduced from 8% enemy health threshold to 6%. Killing blow full rage damage bonus increased from 15% to 17%. Killing blow tier 2 reduced from 10% full rage bonus damage to 8%. Fix an issue where using serrated knives and immediately holding M1 after to shoot, not firing your gun. Oh yeah, I think I know about that. Killing blow rage per spirit damage increased from 0.013 to 0.014. Okay. Killing blow cast range increased from 14 meters to 15 meters. Okay. Actually not too crazy of buffs, but definitely a little bit helpful. Vindicta. Crow Familiar changed from 0.2 second cast delay to 0.2 second post cast time. Okay, so you can just freaking shoot that right away now. Definitely feels bad a lot of the time. Crow Familiar now also reduces spirit resistance by 6%. Crow Familiar. Tier 3 changed from plus 3% bleed and 40% anti-heal to plus 12 or minus 12% spirit and bullet resistance. Stake radius increased from 8 meters to 9 meters. Stake now sucks enemies 3 meters towards the center and limits movement to 6 meters from the center. Ooh, they'll pull them in. So they can't be hiding around walls when you stake them. Stake tier 1 changed from 0.5 seconds to plus 0.5 seconds to minus 40% fire rate. Stake tier 3 changed from disarm to 0.75 seconds. Okay, assassinate min charge up increased from 25% to 50%. Assassinate bonus damage on low HP base damage reduced from 135 to 120. Fix assassinate being stuck if you zoom in and get silenced. Oh. Okay, Viscous. Puddle Punch can now be parried. Does not stun Viscous. Only blocks the puddle effect of the parrying player. Yeah, maybe, but I think that's a stupid change. What other? There's not a single other ability in the game that can be parried. I think that's stupid. Even if it procs melee items, like doesn't Bebop's thing proc melee items? His uppercut, and doesn't. There's gonna be a character in the game that does that. What's her name? What's her name? Calico. Are you gonna be able to parry hers? No, I think that's stupid. I think that's really dumb. Like, it has outplay potential, but like, I don't think for abilities, like, I don't know. There's other ways to counter it. I think you can dodge it. There's items that get you out of it. Immune it. You can go spirit. You can go like tankiness. Nah. I think that's silly. Yeah, but if you successfully parry it, you don't lose your parry. So. And you also won't get knocked up. Nah, I think that's a stupid change. Bad change. First thing in this whole thing, change in this whole thing, I think is stupid. But anyway, Warden fire rate spirit scaling reduced from 0.3 to 0.25. Alchemical flask now respects line of sight. Last stand cooldown increased from 138 to 140. Last stand resistance during channel increased from 50% to 60%. Overall, some nerfs for sure. Okay. Wraith, full auto tier 2 no longer has spirit scaling, moved to tier 3. Full auto tier 3 now also adds spirit scaling. Okay. Telekinesis now causes the target to oscillate up and down a little bit. Oh. So you can't just sit there and spray their head. So it's like 7-hold a little bit. Okay, Yamato. Improve cases where Power Slash would hit enemies behind cover. Okay, fix that. That is super lame. It seemed like you're always getting hit by that. Hitbox was insane. Shadow Transformation no longer heals on cast. Shadow Transformation tier 3 increased from plus 2 seconds to plus 3 seconds. Shadow Transformation now heals for 15% of your max HP on hero kill. Okay. That definitely hurts her a lot. You're going to have to be getting kills with your ult now for it to actually go crazy. You're still going to be tanky when you ult, and you're not healing at all, which is... Nah, that character, I don't think she's dead, but that definitely hurts her a ton. But you could pop off in a fight if you ult and get a kill and keep going. That's pretty cool. Sort of like Kali ult. Okay. And that's the end of the patch. Okay, overall, pretty cool patch. Gonna have to test out some of this stuff. A lot of the map changes and character changes, see how things feel. I will say nothing like too crazy. I feel like Deadlock's missing a little bit right now. They're kind of like, I don't know. Personally feel like they're missing out a little bit on stuff without like they haven't added progression, they haven't added a lot of stuff, and I know it's still early alpha, but